All right. Good night. Good night. Let me know who's checked in. Where are you watching from? How you doing? Welcome back to Salty Locks, your front row seat to extreme underwater diving adventures, spearfishing, and all things under the sea. All right, it's been a minute since we've done a live, and I just wanted to catch up with you guys. The video making has been slow to start for the last couple months due to several reasons, just a busy schedule, the weather mainly. Well, not mainly, but that's one of the factors. Um, like for instance, this weekend we were supposed to participate in the Apex Predator Lionfish Challenge, and as of sometime this afternoon, it has been postponed yet again due to the weather. It's like Poseidon decided that he's going to have a party this weekend. And unless we want to put ourselves in danger or, be seasick or anything else, unfortunately, the event has to be postponed. So it's been moved from Sunday, December 15th to now January 12th, 2025. So there's that. Hello, Travis. How's everything? Sorry about that, guys. Give me a sec. All right. So I just wanted to catch you guys up on the stuff that we have going on. Unfortunately, since I'm not doing the Lionfish tournament, there won't be that. But that doesn't stop the fun, right? We're gonna go over some holiday gift ideas for the divers in your life, or maybe yourself, because what Santa won't do, you can do for yourself, right? Me personally, I'm a size 5 nights, 4 days, dive trip in the Bahamas. But I'm not picky, I could do Curacao, Italy, any of those will do. But on the more practical side, the some of the better gifts for the diver in your life, we have the life-saving tool of the DSMB. Every scuba diver needs a DSMB. That's the surface tool that we use to mark our location in the water. I personally have a 6-foot one, bright orange. I've been told by boat captains that they prefer the orange and I believe yellow the most. There's a lot of different neon colors that are available, but the boat captains, which I think are the most important when it comes to those, because those are the ones that are going to be looking for you. They like the orange and yellow the best. That video with the suitcase was so cool. How's the cards looking now? You ever find out any info? Well, I have those cards still. I actually should pull them out. Maybe I'll do that for the next live. I had a few that I was, I guess, able to save, but all of them kind of have water damage. I have no idea how long those things were down there. They got soaked. Some of them were inside, like these plastic containers, but water did seep into some of them. The cards, I don't know how they're made, but they did resist the water well. But the more I touched them, some of them started to disintegrate. So I definitely should pull them up and see if we can do anything with them, really. All right. Hold on one second, guys. So that's one idea for the next time. Yep. Hello. What else we got? So we got the DSMB. Clips are always a winner, especially if you do any hunting. We're always looking for clips. We lose them pretty easily sometimes too. Um, they keep our equipment with us. You always need clips, and the best ones. I like the retractable clips too. They all have their use, but the retractable clip is what I use on like my pole spear. I put it on the D-ring that's on my shoulder, and this is what it looks like. All right. So that part of it, you have probably what, maybe 12 inches, I think. No, it says 18. This one is an 18-inch extension. Good for your consoles as well. The sexy beards are watching. Welcome, guys. But you got the retractable clips. You have regular stainless steel clips. I'll show you the double enders. Shine bright. These are pretty good too. And you know, for your favorite lionfish hunter, we got zookeepers. All right. This one has the extension on the bottom. So although it's small, if you indeed do need to increase the capacity, it extends out. This is made, I believe they said, with some kind of, they call it turtle skin. I'm pretty sure they don't use turtle skin, but you know, it's puncture proof. So you don't have to worry about getting stung by lionfish, even if you use the softer portion of the zookeeper. Drinking through, there's nobody here drinking through a straw, but it might be my mic. Let me see if I could fix that. Yes, that's pink. Hot pink, to be exact. Yeah, Travis, it is really useful because the zookeeper can create a little bit of drag when you're diving with it in the water. So, you know, the smaller you can have it, the better. But, you know, once there's lionfish, if you got a good amount of lionfish, you could always pack them in there. It is quite useful. It's a little pricey, but it's worth the investment. All right. Let's see if we can fix this mic. Does that sound any better? You guys have to let me know because I can't hear myself. All right. All right. What else we got? We got you have gift cards to the local dive shops. You can't lose with that. You know, if you have someone and you know they use a certain dive shop in their area, get a gift card. Let them go in there and get what it is that they might need. That was a nice lobster on your last dive. Yeah, it was a pretty good one. Wait till you see what's coming up next, though. That was pretty small compared to, what we see most times. So you got the zookeeper for your lionfish hunters. Also, the Lionator pole spear. Lionator pole spear is my favorite pole spear to catch lionfish. There's tons of lionfish pole spears out there, but I think that's the best one, to be honest with you. It's the most accurate, it's lightweight, and it just gets the job done. And everything I'm mentioning, I'm going to leave links to this stuff in the description and in the comments below afterwards, so you guys can get to them. Great suggestion. Salty swag. Like, what I have on right now. Let me let you check out this shirt. Salty locks. The sea shall set them free. You can find this on, I have 2 stores set up, right? Because the first one I created, I found out later that they don't ship to the Virgin Islands, which is a problem because that's where a lot of my audience is. So I had to create a second store so that everybody would be able to get their products delivered to them. However, let's see. Do I have it here? Here is the link to where you can get the shirt and many more. I try to wear one of them every time I'm on the camera, so you guys get to see what's available. I even got, full print leggings for the ladies. You have biker shorts. We got swim trunks for the men. The swim trunks are on the other store. We're going to get that together, though. We're going to get it to where it's just one, coming from one place, but everything in time, right? That's the second store there. It is saltylocks.creatorspring.com. That's where you could get the all print stuff, like the leggings and the biker shorts and the swim trunks. But there's a little bit of everything. We got mugs, flip flops. What else we got? Books, bags. In fact, I'm going to have one of the backpacks available as a giveaway item coming soon, maybe in the next 2 weeks or so. So you guys have to stick around to see how you can possibly have that in your itinerary. Mostly about sharing the page, getting the word out. I'm trying to increase my watch time hours for YouTube. So my intention, was to get some lionfish this weekend and do a little in-depth video on it. But, that's been postponed, unfortunately. So I guess that'll be sometime in the beginning of January. We can try that again. Or maybe not January, but sometime in late December. Because we will be diving before that. It seems like just the other day I posted that I had been out the water for over 50 days. I think it was it 54 or 55 days? I felt like that was just the other day, right? We were able to break that curse. It wasn't the best dive because, the visibility wasn't great. We didn't get too much. We got what, 2, 3 lionfish, a lobster, and mackerel. But do you happen to know that was 25 days ago? So I'm here again, once again, on another break due to the weather. Not of my own doing. How do we get one of those bracelets? What bracelet? I don't even have it on my hand. I'll have to go grab that. I didn't walk with that in here. I forgot about that. And I don't have one on my hand. So I'll have to grab one and come back. We have Salty Locks bracelets available as well. I need custom tassels that I can use while flying through the air on trampolines. Oh, here. A custom tassel? What are you talking about? A trapeze. Interesting. First of all, we need to get you in the water before you start getting all fancy on us. How about that? Ah, yes, the free diving course. That is in the itinerary to talk about today. But since you asked, uh, let's see, how long ago was that? 2 weeks ago? About 2 weeks ago, I convinced my forever buddy to go take a free diving course with me. Everyone that I dive with is a scuba diver and resist the free diving. You know, each one of them has their pros and cons. I like the weightlessness of free diving, the fact that you don't have to have a whole bunch of equipment on your back. Um, it's a bit freeing, right? But I needed information. I needed to be able to take the class. I used to dive with someone and they had taught me a few things about how to breathe, but you know, it's one of those things, if you don't use it, you lose it. So it's not like I can't free dive, but you know, I didn't know what I didn't know. So we took the course and the results were amazing. We haven't completed the certification because unfortunately, like I said, the water has not really been cooperating. So we only did day one of a 2-day course. Day one was the classroom, learning all the technicalities of how to do breathe ups and you know learning about the dangers of free diving and how important it is to have a buddy with you. Um, and then the next part of the day we spent in the pool, going over the things we learned and doing safety drills. And so, in order to move on to the next part of the course, you have to do a minimum of 2-minute static breath hold. And after learning the things we did in the classroom, that was pretty easy. It's crazy that just a little bit of knowledge helps you out that much. So I went from probably struggling at about 2 minutes to being able to do 3 minutes and what was it, about 30 seconds or so. Okay, hold on. I thought I cleared that part. Oh, I didn't change the mic up. Hold on 1 second. Una momento. Let's try this. All right. Testing, testing, testing. That's not. Testing, testing, test, test, test. That's not working. How about now, guys? Can you still hear me or no? Awesome. All right. Sorry about that. We're having some technical issues. Okay, where were we? So I don't know where I cut off, but last thing I remember doing was talking about the freediving class. So yeah, at the beginning, I think I could do at least a maybe solid 2 minutes. But that 2 minutes would have been me really, gasping for air by 2 minutes. And just going through that course for the few hours that we did and learning about, a couple methods and how to do breathe ups and all of that stuff and reduce your heart rate. When we went to the pool, you had to do a minimum of 2 minutes in order to move on to the next part of the course. And I was able to get through that 2 minutes really, really easily, going actually into like 3.5 minutes. And that was actually with my allergies running on 10, a little bit of, stuffiness and congestion. So I really can't wait to try it again and see if I could hit that 4 minute mark. But that was just a static breath hold. Once we are actually able to do the second part of the course, which is going into the ocean and doing a 33-foot dive at the minimum, I'm shooting for the 66-foot. I can't wait to see, what happens there. And hopefully I don't have any sinus problems that day. So we can, see the true potential. Ooh, 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 ooh. What else we have here? Yeah, I was mentioning to you guys the water weather has not been favorable, which is part of the reason I haven't finished the freediving certification. We weren't able to go to the ocean the next day because it was too many waves, and the same thing happened this weekend, which is canceling the Lionfish tournament that I was supposed to participate in, due to the same thing. About 20 mile per hour winds and 8-foot seas. Poseidon decided to have a party this weekend again. So out of the water so far right now for 25 days. It's looking like it's gonna probably be a little over a month again. Not cool, but it's okay. All in due time. Talk about how often people black out. Man, to be honest with you, the class portion of that freediving class, I feel like it was all about people blacking out. The instructor showed us a lot of videos about people blacking out, how somebody can, come up from the depths and look like they're fine and black out, or they can just be diving and black out. And he was talking about the fact that they don't even know that they black out when they get revived. That part of the memory is missing when they come to. So you can imagine someone blacking out, and like there's a bunch of people around you looking at you all crazy, and you come back to, and you're looking around like, what's everybody looking at me for? So that's just something to, that's one of the dangers of freediving, which is why it's important to always go out with a buddy, right? That's not something we have to worry about as scuba divers. That's why I feel like it probably is the safer of the two. But like I said, they both have their pros and cons, right? I think we should get Brian to do a free diving course. He might be better than all of us. What you think? Yeah, so you have the blackouts, and I forgot what you call the other thing that happens where people like start shaking and stuff. So I mean, you know, you deprive the body of oxygen long enough, and you do run the risk of some trouble, right? So I would recommend doing a free diving class if you are a snorkeler and you want to step it up a notch. Maybe if you want to start spearfishing, that's something that you need to learn how to do properly. So if that's something you're interested, I would say go for it. But that was my motivation. I wanted, I like to sometimes just go out in the water and do a little bit of snorkeling. And whenever I do that, I always take like a quick dip down. Um, so that free diving class just teaches you better methods, how to conserve energy, how to do breed ups to prepare for the dive, stuff like that, right? So it's just about fine tuning things that you may already know. Yeah. Before this, I didn't think I could hold my breath for 4 minutes, and now I'm pretty sure I can do that without a problem. Now, what I want to figure out is what my time will be when I'm actively swimming. His beard will hold him up. It might help him glide through the water, or it could be a lure for fish. What do you think? Shark bait, shark bait. Ooh ha ha. Keeps me safe from things like going underwater. Come on, Brian. Did you not realize how freeing it was the last time we got you to go into some water? How does someone get into spearfishing? I would say the best way to get into spearfishing is to find a friend that spearfishes. That's your best bet. If you already scuba dive, find one of your buddies that spearfishes, and let them, show you the ropes. But what you should do first is learn how to identify fish. So if you're going to get into spearfishing, you need to learn about the things that you're going to be targeting. Because you don't want to go down there and, think you're shooting a snapper and it be a parrotfish that's, maybe against the rules of shooting, depending on where you are, right? I could have held it longer. I wasn't even spazzing yet. I decided to come up, but that's another story for another day. Not going no sharks. All right, we'll start you off in the pool first. Get you warmed up. All right, what else we got? So the other items I was talking about for maybe gift ideas for your fellow divers. Aside from maybe gift cards to the local dive shop, you have perhaps a paid dive trip, whether it's a local dive trip, because there are dive operations that do two tank dives. So maybe you purchase one for them for a local place or travel. I take a size 7 days, 6 nights in Bahamas, Curacao. I don't know, pick a place. That's my size though, okay? I got a list of frequently used items that I've kind of compiled through Amazon for different things, like items that would be best when you are scuba diving and spearfishing. So you can see the things that I use on a regular basis, and the stuff is basically the stuff that I swear by, right? Because I'm pretty much using them on every dive. They hold up really well. It's not just something just because I feel like, getting a sale from an affiliate. This is actually stuff that I use on a regular basis and vouch for them, right? Because they do the job and they do it well. So only reason I still use them. Um, so I basically compiled a list of those things. So anybody who scuba dives or spearfishes as well can kind of go through that list and see what it is that they might need. You wear a size 3 days, 4 nights. Noted. Anyway, at this point, I will leave the floor open for any questions. And if there are none, we'll go ahead and start wrapping this up. Anything you're curious about, whether how we hunt lionfish, the things that we use to get them, any of the animals that I have discussed in my videos before. What was diving like in Curacao compared to Bonaire? Curacao and Bonaire were very similar. However, Bonaire is definitely diver's paradise. Just like what they tote on their everything on their paraphernalia. They say that they're diver's paradise and they mean it. All of the hotels are catered to divers. Um, you can dive literally right off the beach. Not like how we do in the Virgin Islands, where we kind of have to, do a bit of a swim. Quite honestly, Curacao and Bonaire's reef is literally right there. Like it could be 150 feet off of the shore, and you already are at a drop off in deep, deep water. Right? The coral is very rich. It's not doesn't there are obviously there are places where they're stressed and they might have disease and they might have coral bleaching, but for the most part, a lot of the reef is very vibrant still. And I'm going to say that part of that is because most of Bonaire is a marine park. So, it's there's no spearfishing, no taking of anything. They have a real tight hold on that, which I guess is preserving, the waters there. How do you find them? How do you find what? What are we talking about here? But yeah, if you're looking to go somewhere to dive, Bonaire is really, really nice. And like I said, a lot of the hotels do cater to that. When we went to Bonaire, stayed at Buddy Diver, and the truck that they provided a truck. They had what do you call that? The tank holders. They've made, the wooden tank holders. They had set up where you could just grab tanks and go. And it's really easy to get around. The island is really small. It's basically a small circle. And there's lots of dive sites, and they're all marked off by like these yellow rocks that tell you the dive site name, and they give you maps, so they're all pretty easy to get to. So highly recommend going to the ABC Islands. Haven't been to Aruba, but I'm sure it's not too far off from what we saw in Bonaire and Curacao. All right. Doo-doo. How do you find lionfish? Well, lionfish are really bold fish because they don't have any predators here in their invasive region. So they don't really recognize danger when it's in front of them. So when we go diving, they also like structure. So looking on the rocks, looking right under like this is the rock, and you look right under it, there might be a lionfish hanging under there, under the ledges. They like to hide in the coral reef. You probably won't see them in sand unless there's some kind of structure there, whether it's a piece of a boat or maybe a wreck. You'll rarely see a lionfish just chilling out in sand. So you have to go where there's rubble and structure and ledges and rock. And basically, we use a dive light and we search in between the rocks, under the rocks, over the rocks. Try to approach them from the top. Don't come straight face to face with them, because also, even though they're not like fully aware that they do have predators here, they will react just like anything else will, slow, but they react very slowly. So you got a pole spear, flashlight, and a zookeeper or some type of containment unit to put them in, and you're good to go. Before I got a zookeeper, I had maybe a lionfish bag or a regular fish bag, but every time I caught one, in order to make sure I don't get poked by lionfish, I would have my scissors. I'll show you what that looks like. This is the scissors that I use, and I would cut off all the venomous spines. There's 18 of them, so there's 13 at the top, two on the bottom, and another one, two, three on the bottom, and one on each side of the pectoral fin, and I'll just cut them off, right, and then put them in the bag. But obviously, if you are hunting multiple lionfish, that's not the most effective way. That's a way to get around it, but I wouldn't recommend it if you don't have to, right? But push come to shove, it's something that you can do even if you don't have, but it definitely slows you down. So you want to have some kind of containment unit that you can just stuff them into. But I'm trying to scroll down. All right. What's the differences between the different kind of lionfish? Well, there are a few different species. In St. Croix, I believe there's only two types. You can't too much tell the difference from them, but the differences are shown in their physical appearance, um, depending on which type of lionfish it is. Why are some different colors? That's a good question that I don't quite know the answer to. There's different reasons for them. The lionfish in general are very adaptable fish. You can find them in fresh water. You can find them in salt water. You can find them at in 1 foot depths. You can find them in 1,000-foot depths. They're very hard. They're like roaches, right? They survive in a lot of different conditions: cold water, warm water, fresh brackish water. The differences in color, now I don't quite know. It's something that's being studied though. Some of them, it depends on what type of species, will differentiate the color, even the depths. Doop doop doop. Yeah, that you're putting a lionfish display up in Frederickstead. Yes, there will be soon a lionfish display in Frederickstead. We're putting a saltwater tank inside of the Frederickstead Welcome Center. The intention there is to have that saltwater tank set up and maybe put maybe 3 small lionfish in there that can be on display for the visitors of the Welcome Center, along with some material on the wall discussing what lionfish are, just to increase the awareness, because that's part of getting rid of them, right? We need people to know that they exist, know that they're edible, which will create a demand for lionfish, maybe in restaurants. Therefore, the restaurants start looking for to supply that, and you know maybe that helps in decreasing their population because they're invasive in our area, and that's the best way to get rid of them, right? So you get a demand for them, and then you supply that demand, make it worth fishermen going out there and catching them. Right now it's not worth it for them, right? Because there's not a real demand out there. If people knew how great they taste, I think that would increase the demand. But yeah, so the Welcome Center fish tank is going to educate people about lionfish. Maybe if you're a scuba diver already certified, you go out on a lionfish hunt, right? That you weren't considering doing before. after learning how pesky and how much of a problem they are to our reefs. So that's the idea behind that. So stay tuned for that. I probably will video the process because it should be interesting. First of all, catching a lionfish without killing it, getting it in the tank, and seeing how they develop over the time. Right. We're not going to put anything in the tank with them other than other lionfish, and the only time anything else will be in the tank is for them to feed. So I'm curious to see how quickly they grow because that's not something I get to witness from our diving. So it should all be very interesting stuff. What does Salty Lock want? Oh, no, you're not going to do that. I want to dive. That's what I want to do. It's been, according to my dive watch, it's been 25 days. So it's time to break that again. All right, guys. Thank you for staying tuned. Watch out for upcoming videos, upcoming diving. If you're not following us already, Salty Locks Adventures on Facebook, Instagram, Salty Locks on TikTok. Those things get updated pretty much daily, or at least some kind of picture or something put in the story. You know, try to keep the dialogue open there until we get back to sending out long videos. But let us know what it is that you are interested in seeing. What more things would you like to see in the Virgin Islands? If there's a certain area that you'd like to know what underwater looks like, if there's a certain animal that you're curious about and want to see up close, maybe. We're not gonna eat the babies. Okay, maybe if they get really big. maybe. But we eat them and then we have to put another small one in there to take its place. But yeah, that's the intention there. Dive the world and conquer the USVI. One reef at a time, right? Okay, people, it's been real. I'll see you guys next time. Stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed, like the videos, share them. Sharing them, encourages YouTube to send it out to other people. Spread the word. All right. Word up. Stay salty, my friends.